Hey guys, Rexazor here and welcome to Update Monday on the 26th of May 2025. It's a bank holiday here. This is late because I'm going to be honest, I forgot that I can't do patch notes tomorrow. So we're having an Update Monday today because this is the only time I'm going to have to be able to do that. I could have done it earlier, but I forgot. And I've been doing just a lot of other things. If I sound hoarse, I don't know if it comes through on the microphone, but had a bit of a nighter last night to celebrate my birthday, and we were out fairly late, so that's why. It's been a week. It was a very stressful week, basically for the whole thing. Not necessarily because of what was going on, although the Wednesday, specifically the going to London to renew my passport, was fairly high stress. Although it was the kind of stress that I was able to manage because I find that I can deal with stressful situations if I'm looking after other people during that. So my brother and my nephew had come with me, so I was kind of directing them where we're going and making all the plans for timings and things like that. I was bringing like a few things with me as well on their behalf, so all in all I was basically managing the situation, and that helps the stress for some reason. So there we go. But then this whole last few days, extended weekend, just been doing things and I've not really been feeling relaxed, if that makes sense. It always feels like I'm just an element of tense happening. I don't know if that's because tomorrow I'm back in work after 2 weeks off. I don't know really what's causing this, but that's how I'm feeling at the moment. Anyway, so yeah, Wednesday went to London. It all went fine. No problems whatsoever. The problems that we did occur was just that my brother had one thing to bring with him. Well, he had several things to bring with him, but one of them was an envelope, a specific envelope he needed to bring to have his passport sent to him, and he forgot his at home, so we had to go get one. But there was the embassy lady was just like, just go down the street, there's a FedEx store, just get an envelope, come back and give it to us, and there we go. So no problem there whatsoever. And all in all the trip was fine. No problems with the train, no problem with anything. So yeah, it was great. Got to spend some time with my brother and my nephew, so I was pretty happy with that. It was a bit short, but it was a long day in general. I was out of the house at 9:30-ish, I think. Yeah, that makes sense. Or 9. Either way, I was out of the house pretty early. I didn't get back home until like 7:30, 8. So it was a very long day. And then the Thursday, I went into town with my friend Andrew. We played some Horus Heresy for the first time. For me, for the first time. Andrew, I think it was only his 4th game. And I was playing these boys, which are currently down here because I'm about to paint them. Playing some Custodes. There's an element of I've picked an army that is... Aaron told me this when Aaron being with my other friend. When I was like, I want to play Custodes in Horus Heresy, he was like, you can definitely do that, it's possible. Depending on the list you bring, people will hate you. And I didn't really... I just basically made a list against Andrew that I thought was going to be fine, or like with models that I had. And I can 100% see why people would hate to fight against Custodes. And it feels... I don't know, it feels a little bit... I don't want to say cheaty, because it's not. But the army is such a stat check army. In the sense that, for those who are not familiar with the term, my models are really highly statted, which means it takes a lot to take one out, and take a lot. So you need to have a high, basically, because I'm a stat check, if you don't have certain stats, you cannot defeat me, you cannot break my army. And Andrew did have a lot of things that could take care of my army. There's also the other element of I roll like shit, so even though my dudes do have 2+ saves and 4 to 6 up invulnerables depending on what you're facing, I'm gonna fail more often than I'm not, just because of how bad I roll. I know that's statistically it doesn't make any sense, but it's just how it works. I'm poorly statted when it comes to dice rolling, but I managed to I managed to win. I won 9-2, which is a significant victory, but it felt like it was on a knife edge for quite a while of it, and I think a lot of it is just some really poor dice rolls coming through for both of us. His Warlord, which is a named character called Typhus, has psychic abilities, and if you fail the psychic power, or you rolled an 11 or a 12, and it caused what's called a Perils of the Warp, which basically harms yourself, and he took off 3/4 of all his wounds in that one Perils, and which is a really unlucky roll, to be fair, when you're rolling 2 dice and you just want to get 10 or below. So yeah, it felt like it was just very bad luck, but it also felt like my army was just I'm going to walk in the field, and if you can't kill me, I'm going to kill you next turn, which is effectively what happened. So I completely understand, and it's what my army's supposed to do, but it feels shitty playing it, if that makes sense. And I want to have fun playing it, but the reason why I'm playing Custodes is because I don't want to play Space Marines anymore. I've played them so many, and it sucks because Horus Heresy is just Space Marines, but I really enjoy the idea. I spoke about it last week. I really enjoy the idea of Custodes. I really like the idea of the playstyle being more positioning rather than I have all of the tools at my disposal, because Custodes are good at they're incredibly good in combat. They're pretty mid in shooting, but that's why they're good in combat, and that's why they're hardy as well. You want to move them as fast as possible, so it's kind of like, I'm giving you the opportunity to shoot me, but if you don't kill me, I will kill you next. And it's not small brain. It's a lot of, I need to position these good, I need to use my stratagems where I need to do. That's mostly 40k. Although in Horus Heresy, I did use some reactions, as they're called, in very, very good situations, which really helped. But yeah, I can understand the frustration of playing against me. And yeah, either way. Not specifically me, but my army, I should say. But I'm really enjoying playing them. I say I'm really enjoying. It felt really shit. Because it felt, if you take the score out of the equation, it felt like quite a close game. It just went down to the point where certain models didn't do what they were supposed to, and the score basically ended up skewed because of that. So I feel like it felt much more like a 5-4 than a 9-2 kind of game. But unfortunately, that's just the way the dice went. But on Thursday, hopefully, I'll be playing Aaron. It'll be a bigger game from what I understand. Haven't really hashed out the details yet. But I'll be bringing my Custodes again, and I know Aaron is very well versed with Horus Heresy, so it's probably going to be a much different experience, and we'll see how I feel after that one. But for my first game, smashing victory, questionable feeling. Then on Friday, I just had a nice chill time. Yeah, which was needed, but also not. What did we do on Friday? I know I painted and I built a bunch of models, but I can't remember what else it was that I did. So either way. Oh, Friday night we did. That's what we did. Is it on there? No, it's not. But we did. Unless we did it on Saturday. We played Dale and Dawson's Stationary Supplies, which is a game. It's like an Among Us-like game, but it's like you are all in a office, and there are slackers and not slackers, and the manager has to figure out who the slackers are. It was pure chaos and incredibly fun. So we had a really good time. I think that was on Friday, but I'm not 100% sure. Makes sense it was on Friday. So yeah, played that with Michael and Key and that gang. It was really, really fun. Really looking forward to the next one. So yeah, that was just chaos and great fun. But that was in the evening. During the day, I just basically just painted and built some Warhammer, which is what I'm doing at the moment and enjoying. Saturday, I did a full Warhammer day. We played Old World, so went to Firestorm. There were 5 of us in total, technically 4. But Cameron was among them, and 3 other people from my old club back in Chepstow, which is so last time I went to that, and that's long since disbanded, but that was basically our weekend club when I was much younger, like a teenager, and how I first got into the hobby. And so me and Cameron have been in Old World for a while, but these other 3 have not. They've only just recently started. Fran, one of them, has got an old, like really old High Elf army that he has, so he was bringing them, and Tom has bought new dwarves, so we played against them. It was just 500 points. I played 3 games in total. We all played 3 games in total, and it was absolute chaos. It was great. So it was very much teaching them how to play, teaching them a turn. It's very self-explanatory. For them, they picked up really quickly because it's very similar to the previous editions, but there's small changes here and there. And I think for the most part, they really enjoyed themselves, which is really good, really promising. I bought the wrong army. I just did not bring the right army at all because I had no wizards and I had no ranged, which meant that I was very much at the mercy of Tom the dwarves with his range and the other 2 with their wizards. So I was just taking so much damage from that. I did manage to eke out a victory with Fran, but it was very, very close. And I know that next time I'll be bringing a very different force because I was not playing to the advantage of my army, but mostly because I thought everyone was going to bring sort of this is just the list. But yeah, 500 points, difficult playstyle. So that was Saturday. It was really good fun though. I really enjoyed that. And then Hannah and I chilled. I once again can't remember what we did Saturday night. It's been a blur. And then yesterday, Sunday, we had a nice chill time in the morning. And then Hannah's parents are back from their walk, so we saw them in the afternoon. And then my friend Josh came over because he was joining us for our evening. We went to Turtle Bay, which is like a Caribbean, Jamaican reggae restaurant kind of thing. For bottomless brunch, which is a very British thing. Yes, we went for brunch at 5 p.m. Where basically you just get unlimited drinks for 2 hours, as well as like food. So it was really good. The drinks were pretty mid. Some of them were really good. The issue is that they have so many sour drinks, which not really my thing. But after that, we went to NQ64, which is like it's a retro arcade gaming bar, where it has like really old retro arcade machines as well as retro gaming consoles. So they got like the Super Nintendo, the NES, the N64. They've got I think got the PS1 and PS2 as well, and those are free for use, whereas all the others are token based, but the tokens are really cheap. And one of my friends that came with us he has contacts, so we actually had half price on all of our drinks and tokens and stuff, so that was really good. But yeah, we stayed way longer than we were intending to. They also had a Guitar Hero there, which was good. But yeah, we stayed way longer than we were intending to. It was really good fun. Every time I'm in NQ64, the only annoying thing, the thing that I really dislike about it is just the music's way too loud. Which is probably why I'm a bit hoarse, because they're fucking shouting to get heard. But otherwise, really good time. Yeah, had a really, really good time. And pretty good turnout. Everyone that I invited showed up. My friend Alfie, who we basically did like a joint thing. So it was my birthday, but his leaving do. And the people that were going to come to his leaving do, who I know as well. And I was like, yeah, let's do it as a birthday thing. They'll come to my birthday. They didn't even show up. So they did give notice. But yeah, it was kind of like, either way, internal funny drama stuff. Yeah, that's about it. Josh came back with us, and we had him over. He left this morning, and I've just been kind of recovering. Hannah went out with her parents. I was invited to do that, but I'm going into work tomorrow, and I feel like I just need chill. And as I said at the beginning of the video, I feel like this kind of tension just around, and I just need to, I don't know. So I'm painting to try and figure myself out, I guess, or figure what's going on. But for the most part, that's everything. Back into work this week for the first time in 2 weeks, which I'm sure it's work. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping that when I go into the office and I load my laptop, it doesn't take an hour to update, because I'm sure that that's probably going to happen. But either way, it won't. It is work. I still get paid for waiting for my laptop to update. So this week, so tomorrow, I think we're going to Chance Encounters with Hannah's parents for a few hours after work, which is going to be really tiring. And then Wednesday, I'm not sure what we're doing. We might be doing the pub quiz. And Thursday, we're going to Firestorm. Well, I'm going to Firestorm to do play Aaron, hopefully, with some Heresy stuff. That we I'm really looking forward to that one. And then Friday, nothing that I can see on the board, but it could be something. And then this weekend is going to be a quiet one. Please, I'm not doing anything this weekend, except for Sunday, where we're back in June, back in doing D&D. It's been a month. I have been doing the Monday D&D. I've got D&D tonight. I've done my prep finally for it. I'm looking forward to that, although I have a feeling I'm significantly less tired today than I was last week, Monday, where I had to cancel it. But I'm still not fully in it. But at least I've done my prep, so I can fall back on just that, and if it's a shorter session, then so be it. But I think it should be fine. But it's going to be a bit, I'm not going to be fully engaged depending on what happens, and I might need to be like, I don't feel 100% to continue the like story aspect or descriptions of certain things. So but I am looking forward to moving the story on and carrying on that. And then next Sunday, back to D&D, baby. Back to full 2 weeks, 2 sessions a week. And that, really looking forward to the Sunday session. We had a big discussion last time. We didn't have a lot happen of actual playing, but I think all the players are rearing to go, and they're going to be exploring a treasure island, so that's nice and contained and chill. And hopefully players will be nice and ready for a good new fresh restart to the season, and hopefully we'll be able to play for at least 2 or 3 weeks first. I know one of the players is not even going to make it, but let's not get into that. That's Josh in a nutshell. But yeah, that's everything. Thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. For all of you that I've talked to, spoken to, played with over the week, thank you very much. Yeah, it's been good. Just keep going, and I'll likely speak to you all. Well, I'll be posting a new video next week. Oh, actually, before I go, wonderful reincarnation of Total Warzone on the internet. Wasn't expecting, absolutely loving it. He's just such a cool, chill guy, and to have his videos come back onto my feed, I was like, oh my god, it's happening. And so far the videos have been great, but that is just a side thing of like, oh, by the way, in case you knew, whatever, I'm just very personally happy that Total Warzone is back on the internet, and that's what I've got to say about that. So yeah, thank you very much, and goodbye.